Hey, welcome back to Pick Up and Play. My name is Kevin, and this is a show where we pick up old games, play them, and then let you know if we thought they were even worth picking up. This month we're celebrating giant robots, mechs, cyborgs, and we're calling it Mech March. Today we're going to be looking at a game for the Game Boy called Battle Unit Zeoth. Battle Unit Zeoth is a very early Game Boy game, and it shows. The graphics aren't that great, and all the animations are pretty static. There's not a whole lot of special effects here. The short amount of gameplay that is here is pretty fun, but your mech is very large and takes up a fair amount of space on the screen. It's very easy to get hit by quick flying projectiles or smaller enemies. With the larger bosses, it's very easy to just get hit by them because they take up even more of the screen. The levels they either scroll horizontally or vertically, and some are better than others. Level 2 in particular is ridiculously short. You can clear it in about 30 seconds. It's very uneven game. You only have about 8 hits before you die, and you can get items to replenish that health. But it is kind of a tough game until you learn, the patterns of the enemies and how the stages actually work. By holding the A button, you can control your mech's hover and go up and down vertically. Depending on where you are in the stage, certain enemies spawn and certain enemies don't spawn. So the first few times I played through level 1, I took the low ground and I had to really fight to get through it, and I got hit a lot. But after I sort of explored the area a little bit more and replayed the stage, I found that taking the high ground had a lot less enemies, and you could predictably shoot them off screen or right as they enter screen, and it made it a whole lot easier to play through this level. The whole game is kind of like that, to where if you learn the spawns, if you memorize the spawns, you can play through this game in 15 minutes. It's a very short game. But the real fun of Battle Unit Zeoth is learning those levels and memorizing those spawns. At certain points in the stages, you can shoot a little almost like gas can looking thing, and an upgrade will come out of it. And if you grab the upgrade, you can increase your shield, you can regain hits back, or you can increase the power of your machine gun, or even upgrade to a different weapon. Like there's a laser weapon that's really powerful against a lot of the bosses. But when you die, you reset at 0. So again, this game really wants you to sit and play the whole thing in one sitting. If you get all the upgrades in level 1 and carry them all the way through to level 5, you have a much easier time. If you start level 5 off with nothing, you're not going to have a very good time. So boss fights are kind of boring. The sprites are usually big and they're pretty, but they don't have a lot of motion. Again, this is a really early Game Boy game, and it would be nice if there was a bit more animation to the bosses. Like level 1 had a pretty static looking tank that just shot a laser, a rocket, and some machine gun bullets at you. And it wasn't the most grandiose thing. It was just sort of a tank in a video game, So it would have been nice to see some more, I don't want to say effort, because I think this game has a lot of polish to it. It's just, again, very early in the Game Boy's life cycle. But it would have been nice to see some more animations added to these bosses. I bought this game off of eBay for $15, and I didn't know what kind of game it was. I just saw, hey, it's a Game Boy exclusive, it's got a mech on it, that's cool, I want it, But since it only takes about 15 minutes to beat and it costs 15 bucks, that equals about $1 a minute. And it's a fun game to have on the shelf, but a Game Boy game you don't really display, and I don't think I'm gonna recommend picking this one up. The price is just too high. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy our content, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below.